Greetings, good people. It's your boy H. Cortez, the coach, your favorite internet marketer. And if you're watching this video, you're looking for my 3 secret wealth creation strategies for hardworking people. That's right. Hardworking people seem to need wealth creation strategies the most, but they seem hard to find for hardworking people like myself. And before we get into that, just let me give you a quick background on myself. I am a hardworking husband, father of 5. I get up and go to work every day like every other hardworking middle class American for 2 primary objectives. Objective number one, I get up and go to work to pay for my current lifestyle. Or in other words, I work to pay bills. All right. And a hardworking person has another objective in mind. Unfortunately, most of us never meet that second objective. And to be honest with you, I fell into that boat until recently here. And objective number 2 is to make sure that we're putting things in place so that when I'm done working, I can continue my current lifestyle. Or in other words, I'm working to start investing so that my future lifestyle is taken care of. So in other words, I say it like this: my work equals current and investments equal future. But unfortunately, like many of Americans who get up and go to work 5, 6, 7 days a week in some cases, we find it hard to find the extra income to actually invest and start building on that future. All right, and I'm no different, and I know a lot of Americans are doing this same thing. And I'll tell you, there's excuse me, there's 4 main reasons that are keeping you from doing that. All right, but we'll get into the 4 reasons that's stopping you from getting your future in order. We'll get into that in another video. But right now, I'm going to give you the 3 key strategies for hardworking people to help you meet objective number 1, but more importantly, objective number 2. All right. And the 3 key strategies are: number 1, as hardworking people, we have to find ways to minimize our taxes. All right. We don't realize that the government is taking anywhere from 28 to 33% of our income before we even get it. All right. And I know a couple secret strategies that can help you minimize your taxes. So you can click on the link below to find out more about that, or go to www.financialhealthmentor.com if you're serious about finding ways to overcome these challenges as a hardworking person. Because I know we are the backbones of America, but we seem to get the short end of the stick. We struggle the most. All right. I know what it's like to be behind on your mortgage 1, 2, 3, 4 months at a time. I know what it's like to not be able to get things for your kids, not because they don't deserve it, but because you can't afford it. Now, if they're cutting up in school and not taking care of their chores at home, sometimes they don't deserve to have some of the things they ask for. But to not be able to get them because you can't afford it, that's something altogether different. All right, I know what it's like to be caught up in payday lending cycles and seem to never be able to get out of those sorts of traps. It's ridiculous, but that's what working people are going through every day in this country. And number one of those reasons is taxes. So if you can minimize your taxes, then you can bring extra money into your household, and that can help you with some of these other challenges. And second strategy number 2 is you have to figure out how to minimize your debt. All right. Now let me show you how strategy number 1 can help you with strategy number 2. All right. If you minimize your tax burden and bring money back into your household by paying less in taxes, then you can use that money to help pay off some of the revolving debt. All right, get rid of some of those credit card bills that you're paying. Most of that money goes to interest and not the principal. So you're paying for things for years and years and years after they're long gone. All right. For example, you can put furniture on a credit card and still be paying for that long after the furniture is gone. All right. And that sounds crazy, but that's what hardworking people are going through day in and day out in this country. All right. Number 1 is you got to figure out how to minimize your taxes. If you don't know how to do that, click on the link below. We'll share some information with you. Number 2, you got to figure out how to minimize your debt. If you don't have a strategy for minimizing debt, then Again, click on the link below. I'm working with some people who are actually helping me in this area. I've actually been able to minimize my debt and bring in $250 per month instantly back into my family budget, and I'm using that $250 to reduce my revolving debt. All right, and then the third thing, third strategy is to minimize your expenses. Start looking at what it is that you're spending. A lot of times, a third of our money is going to taxes. A third of our money is going to the banks in the form of high interest rates and loans and other forms of debt. And then another third of our interest is going to big business. So when I say eliminate your expenses, start looking at your itemized bills for your cable, for your cell phones, for your electric, for all of these different things that you have that you're paying monthly, and start looking at your itemized bill and see if you have late fees in there. See if you have other surcharges that you can get rid of. Because if you can start getting rid of those things, minimizing those things, a lot of people are carrying balances on bills when they don't have to, or because they're struggling, they can't find the extra money to ever catch up. So, but if you think about it like this, if you have 5 or 6 different bills and you got a $5 to $10 late fee on each one of those bills every month, that's another $50, $60, $75 a month that you can be throwing at reducing your debt. All right, or throwing into a 401k to start making money or preparing for that future. Remember, there's 2 objectives that we're trying to accomplish with our work. We're trying to make sure that we have our current lifestyle is paid for, and then we need some extra money to start putting to the side for our future lifestyle. All right, but sometimes we're Uncle Sam is getting too much. Banks and lending institutions are getting too much, and then we're spending too much with big businesses. So if we can minimize our taxes, minimize our debt, minimize our expenses, we can actually start taking that extra money that was going out to those 3 entities and start actually beating down that debt. All right, or taking that money and putting extra money into our 401k, putting extra money into our IRA, putting extra money into different financial instruments that's going to secure our financial future. All right, so if you don't have any help with those strategies, I'm telling you, the people that I'm working with, they specialize in helping hardworking men and women overcome these main 3 or implement these main 3 challenges and start fighting off the 4 reasons that's keeping you from debt. So in video number 2, we'll go over the 4 reasons that hardworking people struggle to get ahead. So until then, I'll see you next time. I'm Ace Cortez, the coach, your favorite internet marketer. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.